If I help you, I want something up front.
If I have your word, you'll help. I'll chip in 50 caps now.
Who are we looking for?
The big one is Stockton's daughter, Amelia. I didn't find any bodies of the feminine persuasion, so, there's hope. If we find her, Stockton's offering a heap of caps.
Sounds fair. I'm in.
Here's all I got on the caravan. I don't got proof, but Covenant's involved. Somehow. I'll keep poking around, but let me know if you find anything.
Oh. Hi.
Thanks to Bob Crosby.
Talia.
Oh, I heard about you. You're the stranger. I make things. Things for the store. Oh, I'm Talia. It's so nice to meet you.
You sound pretty handy.
I don't want to be a burden. You're gonna like it here. Everyone in Covenant is so friendly and really wants to help.
Do you have time for some questions?
If it'll help, sure.
Do you know anything about Stockton's caravan?
No, sorry, they never came here.
Does Covenant have some sort of problem with synths?
Since? I mean, no. The test makes sure that none of those get in here. They promised.
Who is they?
I really shouldn't be talking. I've got work, I have to go.
The smooth sound of Diamond City Radio are brought to you by the following. Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. How about Billie Holiday, folks? This here is crazy, he calls it.
Meaning no offense, but I got a mountain of work to do.
Ted.
Anybody else in town would be happy to talk to you, but...
If there's something you need that we don't have, just let Jacob know.
Sorry, I'm so busy.
Hey, the leg's still on the mend. You have anything for the pain?
Enjoy your stay. I hope Swanson didn't give you too hard a time at the gate. If you ask me, I think he takes his job too seriously. But welcome. Everyone around here calls me Mrs. Fitzgerald, but you, cutie, can call me Penny.
Nice to meet a friendly face.
You're in luck then. Covenant is the friendliest place in the whole Commonwealth. You'll see. You here to shop? I'll make sure to give you a good price.
Do you have time for a few questions?
For you? Certainly.
Do you know anything about a missing caravan?
You've been talking to Mr. Dan. I don't know what he's carrying on about. He's just stirring the pot, if you ask me.
Definitely. He has such an attitude.
I know! He's so smug. And Dan thinks he's the one helping people. He wouldn't know the first thing about making the Commonwealth a better, safer place.
Right? He should be thankful you let him in.
Instead, he stomps around interrogating people. If the compound did do something to his precious caravan, they had reasons for it. Better reasons than a man like him. You know, honey, I was just shooting off at the mouth. Just forget anything I said about that and the compound. I have to go.
If you're hurting, just tell the doctor.
Hear anything, Doctor?
If you want rumors, then Penny's the girl for you. I like to stick to fixing people. It's what I'm good at.
Not right now.
Very well.
Well, hello. Well, hello, stranger. The name's Jacob, and I run this town. Glad you passed the test. Our door's always open to good quality people. You can use one of the beds in the guest house, and you should visit Penny's store. Doc Patricia will be more than happy to patch you up. For a modest fee, of course. You might want to stay clear of Mr. Dan. I've had some complaints about him.
Can I ask you some questions?
Ask away.
Do you know anything about a missing caravan?
Is this about those Stockton people? I've told Mr. Dan many, many times. We never saw them.
You ever hear of a compound?
Why, that sounds interesting, stranger. But I can't say I've ever heard of a compound, was it?
Does Covenant have a problem with synths?
Shouldn't everyone have a problem with synths? But there's none of those things here. Rest assured.
I have to go.
You have a good day.
There's a story here? No problem.
Pardon me.
You see, I gotta run diagnostics on the perimeter turrets.
Just try to not tap your foot along to this one. I dare you. This is Uranium Rock by Morgan Smith.
Hey, what can I do? Sure, take a peek.
Thanks for your help, friend.
What did they want?
They were raiders. What do you think they wanted? Everything we've got, at a minimum. Maybe also kill us all, or worse. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
Hey,
Take a look.
You just heard from the ink spots with maybe. Hey folks, we've got word coming in from a new settlement founded to the northwest. Some brave, enterprising folks have decided to settle Sanctuary. We wish them the best. It never hurts to have one more safe, reliable place in the Commonwealth. In related news, it sounds like the Minutemen are getting back on their feet
printing press
and helping out at Sanctuary. And that's definitely good news for everyone. Anyone willing to take a stand for the safety of the Commonwealth is okay. Next is Worry, Worry, Worry by the Three Sons. I'll admit this Kilo something. At least until recently.
So,
hey,
point the way.
Piper.
You know, I still really appreciate the fact that you're not an idiot.
Thanks, I guess.
No, I didn't mean like... I could just use some help.
This isn't the sort of thing I'd normally bother anyone else with, but you just seem really good with people, and I've got this... Nat. Becoming me.
Becoming you? What do you mean?
I'm just terrified she's gonna start taking up like her big sis. I mean, think about the life we lead. No offense intended, Blue, but personal safety doesn't exactly seem like either of our strong suits. I can't have her ending up like her big sister. Dodging bullets and running from all the people she pisses off. It's part of the reason I'm on the road so much. Part of the reason I'm here with you. I keep thinking, maybe if I make myself scarce, if I'm not around her enough, she'll cool off. She'll just go back to being sweet, innocent Nat, paper girl, an all-around upstanding citizen. What do I do, Blue?
You just love her. Family's precious. The last thing you want to do is drive them away, because you might lose them forever.
You're right. I can't risk that. Thanks, Blue. Who'd expect wandering off with a stranger to turn out this well? They really don't make them like you anymore. You're a hell of a friend, you know that?
Just friends, huh?
Well, yeah. I guess, but I thought so. Unless, you know, something changes. God, did it get hot in here? But hey, thanks again for listening. It's a real weight off my chest to be able to talk it out with someone. So, you wanna hit the road?
Hope you ain't one of them synths. Here to spy on me.
Any word from your brother?
No word yet. Doubt we'll ever learn what happened to him.
I'm sorry. I know how hard this has been.
That's a great one, isn't it? Orange-colored sky, magnetically cold. The smooth sound of Diamond City Radio are brought to you by the following. Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Now we've got pistol-packing mama from the record-packing daddy named Big Crosby.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, Carla.
you again. Here to trade?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Here's what I got.
help of some wonderful businesses here in town. Commonwealth Weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Crawl out through the fallout is next, courtesy of Sheldon Holman, but brought to you by me, Travis Lonely Miles. Jordan, folks. Gotta love him. In case you were wondering, it sounds like we haven't heard the last of the Brotherhood of Steel just yet. Eyewitness reports have them engaged in a firefight with unknown opponents at the ArcJet building here in the Commonwealth. While their motivations aren't entirely clear, I think we can all make some guesses about what they're up to. I think it's safe to say there was some tech they wanted, and they decided to go take it. I know I wouldn't want to be in their way. The reports go on to say they made it out in one piece, presumably with whatever they were after. Who knows? Maybe now they'll be moving on to greener pastures. Let's get back to the music, shall we? One of the greatest singers of all time, I think. Here's Ella Fitzgerald.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Heads up.
Just let me know.
Piper.
Hey, here. Something to keep you sharp. Always worked for me.
Your thoughts?
Get a lot done for an old-timer, don't ya?
I just wanted to check in. Make sure things were all right between us.
Well, it's awful nice to be traveling with someone who's got their head on straight. So, I'd say I'm good.
Nothing else for now.
All right.
Yes?
Heads up.
You say the word.
All this walking's wearing me out. ready to head back out?
I just want to trade a few things.
What am I? A bank?
The caravan was hit awfully close to Covenant, all right.
Ours now.
Yeah?
Deezer's Lemonade. Never heard of it.
Busted again? It's the third radio this month. Ted better get on this, pronto. Another newcomer. Welcome.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
We don't tolerate violence or vulgarity. Steer clear of those, and we'll get along just fine.
Our secret recipe makes every glass of Geezer's
This cell means business.
So I'm gonna take that as a no.
Well, hello.
They were very fragrant.
And those scarves?
I got the shivers just looking at them. But, oh no, that didn't stop Talia.
What?
All I know is the guest bunk's lights were on well into the wee hours. And that morning, I saw Talia
People that break our
sneaking out.
rules, you best leave.
I swear I did.
Rarely happens,
And
though.
Talia was nothing but sunshine and roses that day.
Mousy little Talia.
Don't let her fool you. She's a minx.
That was Personality by Johnny Mercer. Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual.
What's a
As I'm
synth?
sure you know,
Why are they afraid of them?
I haven't always been the best at this job. Hey, let's face it, I've been pretty terrible.
Penny says
Thanks to
we're
the
running
efforts of
10 mil
my
here.
friends,
What?
I've decided to change how I
Out.
do things.
But
Now.
I'm supposed to
How I
be
live my
working
life.
on the other project.
I'd like to
She
take
needs to
this
be
opportunity
fully
to
stocked
thank
for the
Vault
next
Dweller
caravan.
for lending me a hand.
But my orders.
I really,
They're over there, and Penny's here, and you know how she gets.
All right.
Well,
Folks,
if it's for the caravans,
that's enough said.
maybe I can have it done. Okay.
Cole Porter. Folks, you know him, you love him, and I guarantee the song's gonna get stuck
Sorry,
in your heads.
I'm so busy.
And for the week before...
Talia.
Do you need to use my
good.
tools? So many failed the test.
One way of looking at it. The other is to be thankful so many people passed.
Regardless, we need more caravans coming through.
I know it ain't always easy, but we need to keep up the good work.
We are making progress, right?
We're doing...
Hi.
Enjoy yourself.
All you gotta do is offer.
I hate this place.
Hey, Dan.
This whole place has got me on edge. I hope you found something on the caravan.
People here are real sensitive about synths. What is a synth?
You must be new around here. Synths are synthetic people made by the Institute. Real advanced machines. Might as well be human because no one can tell the difference between them and us. Everyone in the Commonwealth is afraid of synths and the Institute. But come to mention it, I've been here a long while and nobody's even breathed a word about them. That is odd.
So, what's the Institute?
Ask 3 different people, you get 3 different answers to that. Wildly different. Most people believe the Institute's behind every manner of ill in the Commonwealth. Sister disappears, or you lose your Brahmin. The Institute. Settlement murdered in the middle of the night. The Institute. But I've never met a single person that has proof about any of that. But there's no denying synths are real enough. So the Institute's infiltrating us, and I doubt they're doing that for our own good.
I found out about a compound. The caravan survivors may be there.
Great. Now we just need to find it. If anyone would know where this compound is, it'd be Jacob. He runs this town. But he doesn't have the best memory. I saw him once reading a slip of paper while entering his password. Maybe you can find that.
Do you have any other leads?
No. If Covenant doesn't pan out, then I don't know where to start. I'll cross that road if I have to.
We'll talk later.
They're hiding something. I'm sure of it.
If you're hurting, just tell the doctor.
If there's something you need that we don't have, Just let Jacob know.
Well, that belongs to someone.
That's some serious security. Maybe there's another way around it. What do we have? Dealing with depression, the 12 stages of grief, and some self-help books. Quite the library here. What do we have? Dealing with depression, the 12 stages of grief, and some self-help books. Quite the library here. Locked tight.
Well, hello.
That, bless her heart, was Skeeter Dance. Folks, I'd like to take a moment to
Jacob.
something a little more.
I hope you're enjoying your stay.
As I'm sure you know all too well.
Tell me about yourself.
I make sure Penny, Talia, and everyone's got what they need. It's a full-time job to keep our little community afloat. But someone's got to do it, if you'll excuse me.
Jacob.
I hope you're enjoying your stay.
Can I ask some questions?
Ask away.
I have to go.
You have a good day.
Here's one from the ink spots, courtesy of me, Travis Lonely Miles.
I hate
Look
this
alive.
place.
Shoot.
Hey, Piper.
You know, you look like you could really use this. These things have literally saved my life.
I was just wondering where you and I stand.
Well, I gotta say, I like the way you've been handling yourself out here. Commonwealth's not an easy place to do the right thing. But somehow you manage.
Nothing else for now.
All right.
They're hiding something. I'm sure of it.
Hey, Dan.
This whole place has got me on edge. I hope you found something on the caravan.
We'll talk later. Talia.
Do you need to use my tools?
Hey, who wants to look beautiful? Hairstyles from across the Commonwealth.
Ain't got nothing better to do?
Hi there.
Hey, lady, that interview you did with Piper is really selling. Here's your free copy. Selling papers is busy work, lady.
Self-prescribed Kim, as recommended by me, myself.
Need a drink.
For all Diamond City right here.
Sheffield.
Cola. Nuka-Cola.
You want a soda? Is that it?
Come on. We can spare something, can't we?
Dugout Inn usually has some, but I can't go there. Can't be around booze. Doctor says I can't drink that.
Here you go.
Real sweet of you.
Ah, thank you! Thank you!
Good Samaritans are hard to come by these days.
Hey, Sheffield. What do you think about coming to work for me?
Really? You mean it?
What do you say?
Okay. Maybe this'll be a fresh start.
Don't let down the home team. Buy a swatter.
We got small arms, long arms, ammunition.
Shop in safety. No synths allowed at the surplus.
Ellie? Are you here?
Nick?
Oh, God. It's really you.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at death. Someday, death's gonna laugh back.
Not as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
You saved Nick, this agency, and my job. Thank you.
Happy to do it.
Yeah? Go diving into scary pre-war ruins all the time then, do ya? Here, every cap we agreed to for finding him. Plus a little something extra. You know, if you're looking for work and don't mind putting on the detective hat, Nick sure could use a new partner.
Whoa. One case at a time, Ellie. Our new friend needs our help first. All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility.
You were on ice, huh? More importantly, you were underground, sealed up. It's a lot of obstacles to get through just to take one person. What else can you tell me?
My husband was murdered. He was just trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they just...
It's okay. You don't need to say anything more.
So, we're talking about a group of cold-hearted killers, but they waited until something went wrong to resort to violence. Anything else you remember?
There was a man and a woman. They didn't say much, but I remember they called me the backup.
So we're talking a small team. Professionals. The kind that know to keep their lips tight when they're on the job. Not sure what the backup means, though. Anything else you remember?
We're looking for my baby, Sean. He's less than a year old. Why would anyone take him?
Good question. Why your family in particular? And why an infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of it. Well, that confirms it. This isn't a random kidnapping. Whoever took your kid had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that the gunners. And of course there's the Institute.
Who are the gunners?
High-end mercenaries. No job too brutal. They're in the running as likely suspects. They wouldn't be the ones pulling the strings.
Super mutants. What are they?
Big, green, muscles on muscles. In other words, hard to miss. I think we can safely rule them out.
You think raiders might have done this?
I honestly doubt it. They can barely organize themselves, let alone pull off something this complicated.
So, you think this Institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, that infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype, anyway.
You're a prototype?
As far as I know. Never seen any other synth like myself. There's the older ones that are dumb as rocks and all metal, and there's the newer ones that are almost human. I'm somewhere in between.
Don't lie to me, Nick. You're one of them. They made you.
Yeah, I've heard it all before. You're a freak. You've got something to hide. Blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, people smart enough to build something like me are smart enough to cover their tracks, and arrogant enough to throw their unwanted trash into the Commonwealth to fend for itself.
You don't know anything about them. Really?
Some kind of security setting strips or blocks out those memories. And it's not just me. Any synth that gets trashed, left behind, or escapes the Institute has the same problem. Probably some kind of failsafe.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right. The speculation is getting us off track. Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
I'll never forget that voice. Low and rough. Like sandpaper. Across your face.
Not much to go on, but a tough and commanding voice can get someone pretty far in the violence business. What else?
One of them came right up to me. Bald head, scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
Who is he? Do you think he has Sean?
It's way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
You said he lives here? He's still in town?
They both vanished a while back, if I'm remembering right. But that house is still there. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address. See if we can snoop out where he went.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am.
Coming at you almost live from Diamond City, I'm your host, Travis Lonely Miles. And this is Diamond City Radio.
Look alive.
What you got for me? What do you need?
Your thoughts?
I'd always heard folks were nicer in your day. Never expected I'd see it firsthand.
That's all for now.
All right.
You shoot people, lady? My dad says outside to shoot
Didn't
people.
want Ellie to hear this, but I think you should know. Everything I dug up about Kellogg before his disappearance, bad news. He's more than just a mercenary. He's a professional.
Heard you rescued
Quick,
Valentine.
clean,
Good work.
thorough. Has no enemies, because they're all dead.
like those Easterners.
Except you. 9 to 1 odds says he's our man. It's more than just you identifying his distinguishing features. The M.O. is all him as well. leading a small team to kidnap a baby and leaving one of the parents alive for later? Not many mercs in the Commonwealth can pull that off. Here we are. Keep an eye out, will you? See if I can get this open. That's one heck of a lock. Got something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
No way I can pick this. Won't be able to pick this.
No luck? Guess we'll need to find the key. See that platform in the distance, near the city entrance? That's the elevator to the mayor's office. Why don't you go ask around there? I'll stay here and see if I can jimmy this lock.
The mayor's receiving visitors as long as they aren't members of the press. Did you need help?
Who do I talk to if I need to find a key to a house that's been locked up?
If you're talking about a property that the city has seized, we only have one on the books. Mr. Kellogg's old house. You'd have to ask the mayor directly if you want the keys.
I'll talk to the mayor then.
He set aside time to talk to petitioners all day. Best of luck.
No funny business around the mayor. Got it?
Ah, yes. I remember you. Our new arrival. I wish I was in your shoes, getting to see our glorious city for the first time. How can I help you?
A man named Kellogg used to live in this city. I need to search his house.
I see. Well, whatever reasons you have, I take my citizens' privacy very seriously. Even after they've left. I can't allow you to invade someone else's home. That's all there is to it.
Please, Mayor McDonough. This man Kellogg kidnapped my baby. I need to find him.
Oh, of course. I will do everything in my power to help you overcome this horrible personal tragedy. I remember Mr. Kellogg. Didn't like him myself. Paranoid. Never talked to anyone. I doubt you'll find him. But I insist you take the key to his old house. It's been abandoned, though. I'm afraid this whole thing might be fruitless.
Need something, honey?
Got the key? All right, let's head in. You do the honors.
Hmm?
Let's take a look around. Kellogg must have left something behind. Place seems small to you? Figured a guy like Kellogg would think big. Nothing here. Did you check out that desk?
What's that for?
I'm telling you, something's not right. Look for anything out of sorts. A switch, a button. Well, that's one way to hide a room. Well, look at this. All of a merc's favorite things.
Gwinnett's stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, cigars, San Francisco sunlights.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
I wonder if dog meat could pick up the scent.
Say, that's not a bad idea. Some dogs out there in the Commonwealth can track a man for miles. Why don't you go fetch him and let him have a whiff? See if he picks up the trail. Before you head out, I know this is personal business. If you have to face Kellogg on your own, just say so. Besides, you already have plenty of company. We can't all go sniffing through the Commonwealth after one man.
While details about what happened to him are scarce, I, for one, am just...
Any words of wisdom?
If Kellogg really is the one who kidnapped your son, then he's dangerous. But so are you. You don't need to be afraid of him or anything else the Commonwealth throws at you.
I want you with me on this, Nick.
All right. Now let's get that bastard. This is your show from here on out, okay? You say jump, I'll say how high.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey, Valentine.
Looks like you got something to say.
Your thoughts?
You'd be shocked how many folks I've managed to convince I'm just a really sick ghoul.
That's all.
Well, all right. Hello. What are you hiding? Hey, there's ammo in this one.